right. Things I hate. Now, this one is a small gripe.
Okay.
Because I don't realistically expect them to actually do this.
Okay.
I don't know what this would involve for them to do this. So this would probably involve a lot of work.
Okay.
I wish you could import your creator wrestlers from previous games into newer games. They use almost all of the same dadgum outfit materials and textures and all that.
Okay.
Why can't you do that?
I have a little bit of experience in other games in this. So, for example, there's a baseball game called MLB The Show. And they haven't had this feature for a couple of years, but there's a mode in it called Road to the Show. And what you do is you create a player, and you play as only that player starting in the minor leagues, and you just try to move up the ranks to get to the major leagues and have a major league career. So I know from 19 to 20, you could import your character, for your player from the previous game. So this is possible.
Okay, then why aren't we doing it?
Yeah.
That way we don't have to wait 6 weeks for that Chris Benoit creator wrestler we want to download. We can do it now.
Yeah. I don't know anything about this particular game. I don't know if there's something about the game that actually prevent them from doing that.
By the way, I've never actually downloaded Chris Benoit on any of these games.
Okay.
I was using that as an example.
Yeah.
The minor gripe here, I wish you could set the difficulty anywhere. Like you don't have to go all the way out into the main menu into options to set the difficulty. I wish like in the middle of like universe mode for an individual match, I could just like flip the difficulty to something. Mm-hmm. Because like, I mean, to me, like when you're playing on like the harder difficulties, it's a very steep dive when you go from like a one-on-one match, like say between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, and then now you're in an 8-man ladder match. Okay. Because, you know, statistically, if we were to go one-on-one with Roman Reigns, we'd have a 66 2/3% chance of winning. But in an 8-man, it's like you don't even have 1/8 of a percent chance of winning.
Okay.
Because the game is a freak.
Oh, man.
All right. So I want to be able to change difficulty from anywhere. User friendly. Okay. 3, there are still universe bugs. Like, what in the heck?
Okay. Like what?
Well, and I'm getting into this. The rivalry system. They initiated this in 2K23, and they're so proud of it. It sucks. It sucks. I do not use the rivalry system. It's repetitive, it's buggy, and it's causing, according to a conversation I had with a support person, it's what's causing a lot of these other bugs, like changing from heel to face, stuff like that.
Okay.
Because even when you turn automatic rivalries off, it will still have, at least now they won't have rivalries aside from maybe 1 or 2 a year to show up anyway.
Right.
But they still have rivalry actions. And these rivalry actions can flip a person's alignment from heel to face and face to heel. Okay. I don't like that crap. I don't want that crap. Stop. I don't want it. Don't. In 2K23, I tried to get into the rivalry system. Most of it is just the same match week after week after week with just different cutscenes. Okay, that's not how a rivalry actually works in wrestling.
Right.
You know what happens in wrestling? The person that's in the rivalry interferes in their match or talks trash with the promo or does a backstage assault. There's things like that lead to a rivalry. And yes, they do have some of those kind of cutscenes in the rivalry system, but they're outnumbered greatly by this other crap, okay? I wish they would take the whole rivalry system out of the game. It pollutes the universe mode. It causes these bugs or alignment changes, and it also changes the wrestlers. This is another thing I hate about the freaking rivalry system. It changes their personality stats, okay? And I think that's what causes the alignment shifts because, You know, if a wrestler does a bunch of cowardly acts, they're turning heel. So the rivalry system is broken. If you want the
You're all juiced up, man.
Yeah.
Calm down.
if you want to fix universe mode for rivalries, you have to go through this huge process that Beach Bites has video for. Okay. And what you have to do, listen to this, guys. Go to Beach Bites video if you want to actually learn how to do this correctly. I may get this off. But from my understanding, to fix universe mode, you have to go in and delete all the pay-per-views and then go in and create a show on Wednesday that has 10 wrestlers in it with Warden World Champion. Delete Raw, delete SmackDown, delete NXT, and then go into the roster for 200 wrestlers and delete every single enemy that's listed on the profiles of every single wrestler. And then, and only then, can you then create the pay-per-views, which for SmackDown and Raw are on the last pay-per-view Saturday slot of the month, and NXT on the third pay-per-view slot of the month. And so after you do all this work, then the rivalry system will work. Why do players have to do all that to get a feature that they paid for in a game to work properly?
Yeah, they need to fix that shit.
They haven't fixed it in years. They copy and paste the same
exactly
universe mode from previous years with the same bugs.
Yep.
The same exact bugs. And they don't fix them. Yep. They're aware of them. I know they're aware of them because I've sent in bug reports. Now, obviously, they've gotten better because the bugs are not as bad this year as they've been in the past. Based off of my example of fast forwarding twice a whole year and only having relatively for me to jump a whole entire year and still keep all my tag teams and all that, that's a miracle compared to what we had to deal in the past. But I have to decide. I've got two ways that I could go about universe mode because I mostly play on pay-per-views anyway. I got two things I can do. I can either go through each show and just delete every rivalry action match so that it doesn't mess up my wrestler alignments. Or before the pay-per-view starts, I can go into the roster and check 200 wrestlers to make sure that their alignments are correct still before we start the pay-per-view. So which one do which waste of time, which freaking waste of time do I want to spend the bare minimum of time that I have because I still have to go to work and I can't get paid to make wrestling content? Which thing do I want to waste that ounce of time the most on? Do I want to waste it on deleting rivalry matches for 4 weeks straight, or do I want to waste it checking the alignments in the roster for a whole friggin' hour before the pay-per-view? Which one do I want to do with my precious time that I have where I'm not working and I have to work so I can't make quality wrestling content? Which one do I want to waste my time on the most between those two options? That's the choices I got, Lance.
Yep.
If I want to play the game how I want it to play, it's supposed to be sandbox mode. It's supposed to do what I tell it to do. It's supposed to do exactly what I tell it to do. It's supposed to work to take in the inputs that I put in. When I go into the options and I say, you know what, I don't want heels to turn face and I don't want faces to turn heel automatically. By God, that's what it should do. I paid $100 for this game, or $100 plus. I bought all the WrestleMania bull crap and the DLCs and all that crap. Everything's paid for. So why do I got to go in and fix it? And even when I do Beach Bites crap, that's not going to fix it all. I bet there's still going to be some bugs, some alignment shifts. It's not going to turn off rivalry actions. I guess what I could do is do Beach Bite stuff and then do rivalries. He says it'll work. Think thank you, Beach Bites, for having your thing. I didn't try it in 2K23. I went ahead and started making my universe, and I got too deep into it before I saw your thing. I'm strongly considering trying it for 2K24, but you shouldn't have to. I'm glad you're making quality wrestling gaming content. I hope you don't have to work, and you have time to figure this stuff out. And you're not like the rest of us having to work and then spend what little time we have fixing a game that we shouldn't have to be fixing because we're not developers. You know what I figured out? There's this bug. I'm skipping ahead again. There's this bug on my created wrestlers where they would come out to the ring, and of course, I did a backyard character of mine.
We're gonna have to bleep that out
of the Idol.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bleep
the guy that likes Vince Russo in his backyard. I did the Idol who I wrestled as.
Right.
It's basically me, but like in shape. I also make a fat version of myself too. There's like an in shape version of me, and there's a fat version of me. An in shape version's like a technical wrestler.
Is it like young Glenn and middle aged Glenn?
Yeah, yeah. The middle aged Glenn's like he's a power wrestler.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Is he like Jerry Blackwell?
He's like Jerry Blackwell. So I made the Idol, right?
Right.
He's coming out to the ring, and it has him from like Columbus, Georgia, or whatever. The Idol, and then the announcers start talking, and then it goes, and now coming to the ring from Columbus, Georgia, the Idol, and it did this 15 times in a row, maybe 80. I don't know. It's like Dave Meltzer's star thing. It just starts throwing out more stars. Okay. You know how I figured out how to fix it?
How's that?
I had to copy another wrestler, an actual superstar. Mm-hmm. So I picked AJ Styles. I had to save his entrance over my entrance and then edit the entrance that I created, that's AJ Styles' entrance now with my wrestler, and then make it the way I wanted to make it. And it fixed it. Why do I got to do that?
So you spent all the time with the original entrance. Had to save over it with another entrance and then edit that one.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Now, I have a feeling this bug is actually listed on their website, 2K's website.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a big bug. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that they're actually going to fix this.
Okay.
Because this is a big bug.
Okay.
Yeah. But if I didn't go into Reddit and find some obscure advice on Reddit, I would have never figured this out.
Yeah.
So what do I got to go to like some random thing on Reddit?
Yeah.
To figure out how to do a workaround about your game that I paid over $100 to play.
Yep.
Okay. Becky Lynch looks like crap. She's terrible.
We're talking about the video game Becky Lynch, not the real life Becky Lynch.
No, I'm definitely not talking about the real life Becky Lynch. The real life Becky Lynch is very attractive.
Video game Becky Lynch is fucked up.
The Becky Lynch in 2K24 looks terrible. She looked terrible last year because she had that terrible haircut.
Yeah.
And the terrible makeup. Okay.
I've noticed that across like a lot of games. These game developers have a lot of work to do on hair. Hair looks like shit no matter what, unless it's like really short hair, like LA Knight or something. Hair looks awful.
Well, and I thought about that too. Like, you ever noticed that the models for like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Goldberg and The Rock look great?
Yeah.
But the ones for like Charlotte and Becky and all that are kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Part of it is the hair.
The hair. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And you got to think about it. What is 2K really known for making? NBA games.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of NBA players with long hair.
Right. Yep.
So I think they're just so used to making. They can make really good short hair. They can make really good faces and outfits.
Yeah.
And people in the crowd, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they really suck at making hair and getting the mechanics of it, the physics of the hair. They never get it right. It's gotten better over time.
Yeah.
It used to be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becky Lynch looks terrible in the game. Her I heard she looked terrible. So what did I do? I went in there and I looked at her and I was like, my God, this is awful. Casket matches should have been done when The Undertaker freaking wrestled.
Yeah.
Why are we getting casket matches now?
I might be wrong here, but weren't casket matches in like older wrestling games? Like,
I'm about to get into that too.
Okay, good.
I'm about to get into that too.
Good.
Okay. Next thing, super finisher. They enjoy taking old things and repackaging it as new content.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gauntlet matches have been around in games before. Casket matches have been around in games before. I think ambulance matches might be new.
Yeah.
Super finishers been around. They just added more super finishers. That's not a new content. So they love repackaging old stuff as new content.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. Okay. This next one I wrote stuff locked under my faction. I should probably just put the whole my faction on there. Okay.
I'll tell you what pissed me off about my faction. When I first started the game, it sent me into that, and I couldn't fucking get out of it.
Yeah, you know
and
what?
I had to fucking click through all this shit that I didn't give a fuck about. I just want to fucking wrestle, and I'm just like fucking clicking through these menus. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, what it is a pop up came up, and you hit X.
Well, yeah, I know. I didn't realize what I did.
Yeah,
and but I couldn't get out of it.
And then it was training you to my faction.
Yeah,
and guess what? That ain't the last time that's going to happen.
Oh fuck.
Because you're going to be trying to go to a menu, and this is going to be my faction. Actually, I think it does it at the beginning when you first load.
Yeah.
And so you have to wait a minute. Don't immediately jump onto anything. Give it a moment to load to my faction bullshit. And then exit out of that.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't hit X.
Yeah.
'Cause you're going in.
Yeah.
It tries so hard to get you going into my faction. Okay. I don't even get my faction. I tried to get into it because they locked some wrestlers under my faction that are playable in other modes. Used to, when they would, this is another thing too, they would release new content that they made, but only under my faction. That irritates the death out of me. And you know why they do it, right? Because my faction involves microtransactions.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You buy new packs of cards.
Oh, fuck.
To update your faction.
Oh, fuck that.
See, it would be this cool thing if they actually made like a faction builder thing.
Yep.
Like,
this is some shit where they know the kids will keep asking their parents for the credit card to buy more shit in the game.
Yeah. Or the kids steal the credit card.
Yeah.
Or have it automatically linked to their account.
Yep.
And next thing you know, the parents wondering why they can't get the burger at McDonald's.
Right.
And they call their bank account and their kids use $200 worth of stuff. And you know, PlayStation, if you make any complaint about microtransactions, they shut your whole PlayStation account down.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah. You make any complaints against the term. This is against the terms of service.
To make a complaint.
Yeah.
Wow.
That your kid purchased stuff. You know, they consider it a valid transaction.
Yep.
So you're screwed.
Yep.
So if you go through your bank and get it stopped, PlayStation will shut your whole account down.
Wow.
It's in their terms of service. They're serious about that. Microtransactions.
Obviously.
So this is where they get the money from. They try to do microtransactions on other things. But here's the thing. I bought the season pass. I should have every damn thing the game has to offer.
Yeah.
I bought the season pass. You make a new Sheamus from 2009, I shouldn't have to open up your stupid pack of cards to get them. I shouldn't have to open up a random pack of cards hoping that I can get Randy Orton from 2006 or something. I shouldn't have to open your card to get 2015 John Cena. That's bullcrap. Your My Faction crap is bullcrap. It's terrible. Only the desperate people that enjoy bad gaming like this stuff, and the kids that can steal their mom's credit card and buy $200 worth of purchasables, and mom can't even get the bank to stop the payment because it's too late. That's what we're dealing with. Oh yeah, I got to write something else on here too. So, yes, I put stuff locked under My Faction, but I hate the whole My Faction thing. I will not give them one dime.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if they...
I do not engage in microtransactions, any freemium shit in any game. Any game.
If they told me that Ric Flair was going to come to my house and like hang out with me if I bought this pack of cards, I'd buy it then.
Okay.
But short of something like that, no, I will never buy your pack of cards. You can play the game and get content that way. I played it for a little bit just to see what it was like. You'd have to play for 2,000 years to to buy a pack of cards.
Oh man, that's bad.
The world's over by then.
Yeah.
There you're going to be playing the My Faction, trying to get your next pack of cards.
Yep.
Trying to get that AJ Styles 2019 outfit.
Yep. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's terrible. My GM still needs work.
What is that?
Okay, it's once again, it's an old new feature.
Because I saw that and I'm like, it sounds like that should be a part of the universe mode.
It should be. They should combine it.
Okay.
So in My GM, you book matches and try to get the better ratings. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't know for sure if it's still this way in 2K24, although I'm pretty sure they haven't changed it. The way they book it is like different classes of wrestlers fighting each other is what creates a good match, which makes no sense. No sense. I understand it a little bit. Having a high flyer fight against a giant wrestler would garner attention, but so would like having like Dean Malenko versus Eddie Guerrero, two technical wrestlers. Right. I know Eddie Guerrero is somewhat of a high flyer too, but in my book, Eddie Guerrero is a technical wrestler. So you put the two together, they're gonna have a great match. Yeah. So you shouldn't have to put these opposite people. It's just I don't enjoy it. They should combine it with universe mode and let the star system that's in universe mode and all the matches dictate the success of the match and the ratings of the match. And that way you're actually playing the events. That's how they should do it. It should be an extra feature that you could turn on in universe mode or turn off, because universe mode is supposed to be a sandbox where you can do anything you want. And so if you wanted to have the GM mode with universe mode, it should be an extra feature. Okay, I know I'm asking for a lot here. Downloading created wrestlers, there's still lagginess. One time I had to exit out and go back in because of just lag of exiting out of a screen. I hate combos. Once again, this is not Mortal Kombat. You ever watched a wrestling match?
I have on occasion, yeah.
Do they just punch and kick each other constantly?
No, it's what it reminds me of is Killer Instinct, Ultra Combo.
Yeah. We shouldn't be having I don't mind them having combos, but it shouldn't be the fastest way to build up the signature meter. Right. Okay. It's a wrestling game.
Yeah.
The way to build up the signature meter should be doing grappling holds. And I know there's grappling combos, but you're still in this thing where you're supposed to punch and kick and stuff like that. And I don't want like wrestlers who are mat wrestlers to be punching and kicking. Mm-hmm. It's stupid. Female wrestlers in Creator Wrestler, you cannot make them shorter than 5'4".
Really?
That makes no dang sense because the average woman's height, I think, is 5'4".
Okay.
So
there you go.
you can either make them an average sized woman or a gigantus.
Yeah.
But you can't make like there's several female wrestlers that are under 5'4", like Alexa Bliss is one example, and Catanzaro. Katana Chance now, whatever you want to call her, that are definitely below 5'4". So if we're going to have wrestlers in the game that are under 5'4", and what it does is whenever people make created wrestlers that are shorter, they look like gigantic women. Mm-hmm. Okay, compared to like women that are actually their same size. So that's crap. It should be an easy fix. Online, they really need to fix it where somebody using the same move over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
For the whole match doesn't kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it. Some kid found out in his garage or basement that or some neckbeard or whatever, that if I just spam this one move over and over again, I can beat everybody.
Right.
But you suck.
Yeah.
They should do it where like somehow or another, those people who do that kind of stuff somehow get put in matches together.
Yeah.
And the rest of us that want to have like a quality wrestling match where we're wrestling for, to put on a good show.
Right, right. Yeah.
Can do that. That's it, Lance. That's all I've got. I think I've got heartburn and diarrhea.
Well, maybe you should have done it backwards because you were in a good mood when you finished the stuff you liked, and now you just want to kill everybody with the stuff you hate.
Maybe so. I should have done it the other way around.
Yep. All right. So if you're still listening after all that, we appreciate it. And go ahead and subscribe for us because we need the subscribers.